हेलो नमस्ते। वेलकम टू लूनर एस्ट्रो। आई होप कि आप सब वेल एंड गुड। आई एम प्लानिंग टू डू दिस इन इंग्लिश, so let's hope कि you all are there because I cannot see any of the comments. I cannot see any of the live chat comments. Okay, I can see the live chat and comments as well. So what we can do today is, let me slow the comments down so I can read all of them. Okay, so what we can do with this particular session is, if you ask me a fundamental question which can help everyone in the community, and we will share those techniques, we will share those techniques, whatever I know. Of course, there are, everyone has a area of expertise. I have few of them. I don't know whole Jyotish. And then we will do share whatever you guys are asking. Okay, so this is what the plan for today's session is, and every Monday we are going to do this is at least what I'm planning. I can't promise because, again, as you know, depends on all the other factors, but I will try to do at least one live sessions a week. Okay, so what we'll do, there are a lot of questions related to the chant you guys are asking. If you can ask me a specific combination. Somebody asked, what is a combination for doctor and how to see that in the Dashansh. So whenever I've seen Sagittarius rising or Libra rising, and these combinations are accompanied by opposite planet. For example, see, two opposite planets, two gurus in the chart are, one of them is a Jupiter, another one is a Shukra. Shukra is also a technical knowledge. Jupiter is a philosophical knowledge, but Jupiter is also the know-how of things. When it comes to Sagittarius, it can go to banking as well. But Jupiter Venus combinations, or Jupiter in Venus sign, Venus in Jupiter in sign, especially Sagittarius, not Pisces. This is one of the combinations of doctor. Now, when you go further, and this is for medicine, MD medicine, but if you go further, you will find out also when Jupiter is with Mars and there is a aspect of Shukra, then you will see the doctors are made. So someone is asking what is for software. See, engineers are simple. Engineering combination, because I come from an engineering background, that's why I know engineering combinations are extremely simple. You require technical education. So think about which particular planet will make technical education. It is Saturn and Mars, and the signs of Saturn and Mars. This is the technical combination. But if you specifically go for IT engineers, telecom engineers, if you go for engineers who are based on telecommunications, see, combination of IT is different, software is different. And I've learned this over a period of time that, within IT, there is a database, there is a SQL, which is a part of database itself. Then there are IT people who are actually connecting things, making go from which is basically the hard wires for the IT guys. Then there are software people who are good in programming. And you will realize Mercury Gemini sign, that is moreover related to the software part, planning part. Virgo sign is moreover the application part. That's where the IT guys comes in. Server guys comes in. Whenever there will be things related to restructuring, that will, or stacking up things, that will be Gemini again. Whenever there will be something related to database parts or storing something, so storage is basically 8th house. So you will see 8th house will get involved in their Dashansh. This is moreover the combinations you will see in the IT guys chart. Whenever you see mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, civil engineers, you'll see Mars, Saturn prominent in their charts. But moreover, why I wanted to do this session was, and you can ask questions in between as I will progress further. I wanted to discuss about the Vimshottari Dasha. Every single day when you read Vimshottari Dasha, and this is after a lot of experience, I'm telling you, when you're practicing Jyotish, a point will come, you will know that this works for me and this does not work for me. This technique is absolutely golden for me. It has worked over a period of time, it has given me consistent results, and this is some portion dicey. And then there are the techniques which you will not use at all. Sorry. In Jyotish, one of the most brilliant techniques which you can practice every day and still get amazed by it, by the accuracy of it, is Vimshottari Mahadasha. It works up to a day. It works up to a point where you'll feel, okay, this cannot get better than this. Because whenever there is a combination, whenever the dasha is running, you will see the person is actually behaving in a that particular manner only. And all you have to do is pay attention to details, what that person is actually doing. And for this, Vimshottari Mahadasha is a nakshatra based dasha. So when I say it's a nakshatra based dasha, this means the planet is taking its energy from the nakshatra. And the use of nakshatra has to be done in Vimshottari Mahadasha. If you read BP Chess Part 2, which is moreover explaining what Dasha does and different rules of Dasha and different outcomes of different Dashas, what they're giving out is a generalized concept. But if you really want to master the Vimshottari Mahadasha, focus on what is the energy that planet is getting. So, a planet sitting in a X house, let's suppose a planet sits in fifth house. So, you think it's a fifth house dasha. Get it very clear. It's a fifth house dasha, which means the results have to come from fifth house. And listen this very carefully. I'm sorry. As it's a fifth house dasha, the results will come from fifth house. It means it has to be education, it has to be about kids, it has to be about your enjoyment, it has to be about your happiness, it has to be about your ego, it has to be about your healthy ego and how you can shine in life. It is about show off. This is what that agenda of dasha is. So if you wish to do in that particular dasha, Antardasha of 10th house comes in. It's a 6-8 to each other. Because people who are usually brilliant, who are about to shine, who are in studies, who are good in literature, they don't care about their authorities. But this time you will require authority. It's a good and bad dasha both. It will spoil your fifth house, but it will give you the position. But who is delivering the results of fifth house? Is it Mars delivering the results of fifth house? Is it Rahu delivering the results of fifth house? It's Ketu. I mean, if you put Saturn in fifth house, can Saturn deliver the results and aspects and happiness of fifth house? So you ask yourself, what is in this house and can that planet carry the energy of this particular house? Can this particular part of sky, can Saturn really work? For example, and now this is a classical question. You will ask, okay, sir, for Libra ascendant or for Virgo ascendants, Saturn becomes the fifth lord. So how will be that dasha? Saturn sitting in its own house. But again, house is more important than Rashi. What you're asking is, my Rashi is okay, but my house is fifth. So the agenda is fifth house. Then there is a Rashi of Capricorn. You require, fifth house is knowledge, you require authority in education. You can never be happy in life, truly happy in life, without being serious because you're too afraid. That's Capricorn is not a representation of happiness as the Surya is. Surya is a heart, and Saturn house in it, it keeps on shrinking, it keeps on adding worries to you. So even when the Saturn is fifth house, the person is not able to enjoy. Now, what is work of Saturn? Saturn says, my work is to give you authority, to constantly put pressure on you so that you can always become better, always become very conscious about your power and position. This is my work. And whichever sign I'm sitting in, I'm going to do this. Now, Saturn, you're telling Saturn, please provide me happiness. Please provide me fame. Fifth house fame, one of the most important significations, fame. And Saturn says, my work is not to provide fame. My work is to provide you work. Fame and everything else is byproduct of it. If you're working for fame, it's not going to happen. Maybe later in the years, people will remember you for your hard work, even when you're gone. So keep doing hard work. Don't expect fame from me, not my portfolio. So you see, a planet sitting in a fifth house is showing you that this is only what I can deliver because there is energy mismatch. If this planet would have been Ketu, Ketu says, my work is to take you to top and liberate you. I'm going to give you insights, but I cannot follow that traditional. I'm a shadow planet. I am not going to follow that same route what you have in my mind. And shadows should always remain in dark. If you come to light, you will be exposed. All your magic will be done. I mean, people who have shadow plants, whichever part of your life, 9th house, 10th house, 11th house, wherever they are, you will see everything is under shadow. For example, this is what I always tell people. People with Rahu Ketu 9th house, father will be like a shadow, not really present. And depending on the combination, how good or bad they are, you will see that in person's life, the father is absolutely missing. When it is second and eighth house, Rahu Ketu axis, you will see the same thing with the family and money. Second house is family, second house is money, eighth house is lineage. And that's why whenever Rahu Ketu axis happens on 2 8 signs, there will be problem in lineage, or Rahu Ketu with second or eighth lord. There will be problem with the lineage. You see, it's a very one of the simple concepts. Now, when you bring Rahu Ketu to light, you say, I want fame, or I want the second house Rahu, I want to disclose everything to my family members. I mean, can you guys comment, please, that test this technique if anyone has a Rahu Ketu second house, and say, have you disclosed everything to your family? Have you disclosed your income completely? Is everyone getting audio, or it's only one or two people who are not got it? Okay, so Neha Sharma, at least you are listening to the lecture. Thank you so much for your feedback. Okay, now trace this technique throughout the chart. Now you say, wherever your Rahu Ketu is. Now look at the significations of those houses. See, whenever people say, other day, someone was telling, I learned this technique from YouTube and I use that in consultation, and it is not working in my consultation. And I realized this person don't even know how to apply that basic technique. And this guy is actually doing consultations. I said, I replied, forget everything. Tell me how you're actually getting consultations. You're doing consultations is amazing. I mean, it's like blind leading the blind. That some portion you miss, some portions you had. So whenever you test a technique, you test it in such a manner, like multiple charts, and then you say, okay, wonderful, it's working. So all those people who were saying, work on, bang on, and but see, go to the depth of this. See what is more shady about it. What is more shadow about it? Shady, shadow, same words, right? So wherever the shadow is, things become shady. Whichever house lords, whichever house lords Rahu Ketu sits with. So Imanshu, it's a good joke, right? People don't realize whom they're talking to. So whichever house lords Rahu Ketu sits with, that house lord suffers. That's become shady shadow. It happens. But you know what? I've seen something more brilliant in this technique. Rahu Ketu is right now transiting on Pisces Virgo sign. Rahu is in Pisces, Ketu is in Virgo. Whichever house they transit to, that house you will get opportunity to do something shady, to do something which is questionable. Never do it. Because whenever the Saturn will cross that sign or Saturn will aspect that sign, you have to pay very heavily to it. You see, Mars and Ketu, they are they rule. They are the co-owner of same house, eighth house of death. Reason being is Mars rules our physical body, Ketu rules our soul. So difference between Mars and Ketu. See, whenever we'll speak Ketu, try it every time. See, dogs will bark. This is how the grahas will say we are present. So whenever there will be do something shady, you will see there will be a health issue. Whenever you will solve the Ketu issues, your health will get better. Whenever you will solve Rahu issues, your karma will get better. You will get lifelong without illness, no chronic troubles. This is what you get when you solve your Rahu. It's one of the most simplest techniques. Now, let's come back to Dasha. Him Birdi, we have listened to you. Our mic is not going to get fixed. Doesn't matter how many times you're going to post it. Every time you post it, if other people are able to hear, the problem is with you. And see, this is the classic example why some people don't need advice in life. This is what you need to learn. People will come to you for advice and they will tell you everything. You give them a one line solution and they will still keep on repeating same thing over and over again because they are not in a mode of accepting, they are not in a mode of to get their problems resolved. And this is the time you realize this consultation is going nowhere. Most of the times the consultation ends in 5 minutes. Most of the times, like today I did a consultation, right? So the father and son. Father complained that my son is not working, man, not doing this. He doesn't wake up. He do not apply for the government jobs. And I said, see, he's not going to do job whole of his life. He's going to do licensing work throughout his life. He's going to manage taxation, customs, law, and he's going to do licensing in it. And his son is actually doing his lawyer. He wakes up late because he's running a dasha of retirement, 12th house dasha. So whenever you run a 12th house dasha, the person is relaxed. The person is like, yeah, I am in isolation. I'm really happy. I just wake up on time. I just sleep on time. I live like a retired person. This is when you have a 12th house exalted planet, or a 12th lord is sitting in a very good house, or it's a prominent, like the person had a sun exalted 12th house. So he's a king, retired king, right? So he's living it in its own life, own rhythm. But the person will solve a lot of uh, crisis in his life, and the chart is of crisis management. So once he does the law, he is going to go into licensing part. This is what the thing is. But they were very. The father was very because he has taken consultation before as well. So father said, "Okay, sir, we will send it. I will not tell him to go on to not tell him to fill the forms of government jobs. I will not tell him to wake up early. But I'm sorted today." So he was in a mood of listening. Some people do not understand this. Some people do not listen to this. And this is the reason they suffer. Now, whenever you will find a mismatched planet, that is the dasha you need to focus on. You need to focus on three things. First thing is, what is mismatched? What is the expectation between two people? What the house aspects, what the house aspects, what the planet aspects. But most important thing, from where the planet is taking its energy, what nakshatra expects. More than house, the nakshatra expects. Is it Chitra nakshatra? Is it Magha nakshatra? Is it Ashwini nakshatra? What is the purpose of this nakshatra? And can this planet fulfill the requirement of this nakshatra? If we cannot, then it means there is some serious ailment. Something needs to be changed, and this is where the remedies will come in. The another thing is, what you need to check is there any way the energy can get matched, like by the conjunction of it, by the aspect of it, anyone helping this planet to deliver that result? Or there is exchange has happened, either the exchange has happened where this particular planet can get some portion of this energy. And this is where the yogas come in. You see, when you read all the yogas in Jatak Tattvam, Hora Shastra, all these yogas have one line crux. Is the energy getting matched? If the energy is getting matched, that dasha will be comparatively better. If dasha is mismatched, the energy is mismatched, you know that dasha is going to be troublesome. Now, once we look into this dasha, you should see the dasha is there because of moon is transiting a particular nakshatra. Let's suppose moon transits the nakshatra of Pushya, which is a Shani nakshatra. This person starts running the Shani dasha. Now look at where the Saturn is setting. What is the objective of Saturn? What is the tool of Saturn? When I say tool of Saturn, means what houses Saturn is ruling. For example, Saturn, it is Saturn ruling 10th and 11th house. It means Saturn has tool of profession, authority, friend circle, sitting in third house. The objective is to a new skill to be learned. So you can say in this dasha, something new you're going to start, some new skill you're going to learn in your profession with the help of your friends. Now, you time the dashas and you can time important events using the planets linked with Saturn, 10th house, 11th house, 3rd house. And you can say in this dasha, this will happen, this will happen, this will happen. This is how you actually time the events of the particular data. Third thing you do is check how powerful the Saturn is, whether it's a Sthanbali. Again, what we learned in last 2 months, 3 months, the 6 types of strength of planets. This is what you learn. And then you say, okay, in this dasha, Let's suppose a plant has very low sthan bal, very high kal bal. You say you're not going to feel very good, but this dasha will prove remarkable over a period of time. Like the case of Michelangelo, we did. Sthan bal was extremely low of Mercury, Venus in his chart. And Michelangelo was told, okay, you come here, you start painting this Sistine Chapel. Michelangelo said, I'm not even a painter. And then they said, no, no, you paint the roof, which is the most difficult part. And this was done under the conspiracy so that people can finish his career. It's a low sthanabal dasha. Mahadasha and Antal Dasha Lord are the two lowest in his chart, Mercury and Venus. But the brilliant part of his chart is these two planets have the highest Kalbal. Kalbal means over a period of time, this work what you will doing is going to be always there. And this is exactly what happened to him. So even when you are feeling bad, look at the Kalbal. Whatever you're doing, is it worth it? And even if you're feeling good, Stanbal might be great. But whether it will be remembered over a period of time, whether this will be a significant thing you're doing in your life, look at the Kalbal again. Then you have how much efforts I have to put in. Cheshtabal. You look at how much negative influence I'm going to get during this, how many people are going to disturb me, or how many people are going to help me. Drikbal. Whether it will be easy for me to get directions in during this time, whether I will get right guidance during this time period. Look at Digbal. Direction. Whether you have to travel during this time period. Digbal. You see, you will always move in your life in the planet which have the highest Digbals and low Digbals. During that time period only, you actually travel. And this is how you get guidance in life. So all this sequence of telling what is going to happen is an extremely not a simple process, but like a flow chart. If you follow this flow chart, ask yourself questions when you doing reading. What is the requirement of this plant? And never listen to the client. I'm telling you why. And I've learned this over a period of time. If you listen to a client, what actually happens is what actually happens during the reading is client will ask you a question according to his chetana, how much enlightened he is at this point of time. And see, Jyotish is all about light. So whatever dasha is going through, he will ask you a relevant question. But what is unable to comprehend is what is about to happen. So for example, like if you take today's reading, the person said, my son is not doing this, not going to fill this. And I could have given him a remedy. But see, the remedy is not a solution. I actually gave zero remedy in that consultation. The remedy was leave him alone. He's running a retired person's dasha. Just wait for some time. He's going to go into a very different kind of a field, which you do not expect. Similarly, a person with the Dashansh rising, he said, I have a Sun Leo ascendant, Sun Mars in 10th, Mercury Jupiter in 2nd, Dashansh. And this was via a reference. And I said, you cannot have a Sun Mars in 10th house with Leo Lagna rising until and unless you are a government officer. And he said, within few seconds it is changing, the Mercury Jupiter will come in Lagna, Mercury exalted will come in Lagna. And this guy is a trader. So for trader, Mercury has to be in Lagna. Whatever the nature of your profession is, that your plant has to come in Dashansh Lagna, has to make connections with Dashansh Lagna. Otherwise, what you're doing is, you're saying that, okay, I have a Leo Lagna rising, Sun Mars in house, authority, power, position. This cannot be the chart of a trader. The trader has to be Mercury. For example, if you look at the chart of Princess Diana, you will find she's a princess because of Mercury. Mercury is also a prince and princess. So Mercury has to be in a special exalted position in divisional chart to be the princess. Whenever you will find, see, when you type in a comment, I expect you to type in comments with questions. Whatever you're asking regarding the Taurus 7th house or Sagittarius and Jupiter 2nd and all the combinations you're writing, you're expecting me to read it and give you the answer. Trouble is, I don't even need your planetary position if I have to predict. And I'm not saying this as an ego or it's the over a period of time. You have seen this. I have done it. I've done today itself on Twitter as well. If I have to predict, I will not require your planetary positions. That's the last thing I will ask. But for example, like Jeet Biswas is asking, why some people never get love in their life? Because you are extremely obsessive, Jeet. You see, you have extremely prominent Mars, and that is why people run away from you. You will have a illicit relationship in your life which will trouble you. My honest advice will be change your name. You don't have a very good relation with your father. You, even when you do not have money, you try to show off, and this is the reason the relationship will not work. Fix your Mars. Your Mars is in a grip of Rahu. Now, see, when I predicted this, I expect G to actually predict, to give me the feedback as well about the Mars Rahu. So whenever I have to predict. I don't require your birth chart. Venus retrograde Pisces in Namasa conjunct Saturn. Never experienced people stole a 3 pin today, paying back to society. Maybe I will. Okay, Twinkle. The thing is, Venus retrograde in Pisces is not your trouble. Your trouble is somewhere else. Look at your name. Your name is Twinkle. Your trouble lies with moon. Your trouble lies with emotions. So look at the Scorpion sign in your chart. That is the trouble, which that is the real issue you have in your life. So when you will fix your moon, and this is my honest advice to you, is please wear a please wear a moonstone, and that moonstone will help you balance your chart. Also, try to drink more and more water. Try to do drink energized water, like chant some mantra, then drink some water. There are a lot of videos available how you can energize water and drink it. Do go on that one. Okay, that will actually help you. So your trouble is not Shukra, it's the moon. See, what I'm looking for is for the, I don't know whether the Jeet gave the feedback or not, or whether the Shreya gave the Twinkle gave the feedback or not. I'm just looking for a better question. Nilesh, you have a prominent Saturn. Yeah, I don't even require. See, you'll get a stable job. You will get a, I don't know what your age is right now, Nilesh, but you'll get a stable job. Very boring. Moreover, in tax department. See, somewhere someone will be in tax department in your family, or some of that sort. After 40s only, you will get troubles in your life. So, abhi to na, don't worry. Prepare, work hard. Nothing, nothing prominent. You have a very stable, dull life. This is what you are good at. Okay, enjoy it. You're never going to get in trouble. Dishkant, again, I said, I can't. I don't need your details. All I require is name, Jishkank Bhatia. Jishkank. See, whenever you get the names which have lot of shang, ang, and ka sounds, so it's a Mars Ketu happening in the chart. What you need to do is Mars solve out the Mars Ketu, whichever sign they are sitting in, pray to that god and goddess. And moreover, there is a certain aspect on Mars Ketu. This is why the extreme anger issues are happening. Also, you see in your chart there is a moon afflicted with Ketu. So moon Mars Ketu again combinations happening in chart. This is what the trouble is. So anyhow, the name prediction is boring. Reason being is it's not about prediction. The the key of life is not about prediction. For any Jyotish student, prediction is one part. What actually matters is what actually excites you is repetitive patterns. What is going to happen? Can you predict a pattern? When a plant goes in this house, this nakshatra, like Rahu in Ketu nakshatras, you will see it is one of the defining dashas whenever the Rahu is in Ketu nakshatras. Reason being is they are exact opposite to each other. And Rahu is not able to get the proper energy from the Ketu nakshatras. So what happens is person try to run in all directions and still don't know what to do in life. He has lot of shows a lot of things that I have this, I have this. In the end, he has absolutely very little knowledge, very little resources in his life. And this is what the Rahu and Ketu Nakshatra says. And this Dasha troubles the native most. Let's suppose this is in fourth house, you will see that emotionally the person will be destroyed. Or if it goes in third house, you know about siblings. So this is about how you see a pattern, how you predict a pattern. But name one is more over intuition, and then you can always say, okay, this is a sound, this is a combination, and this is what's going to happen. This is a basic part of this native's life. Simran, Sun and Satbhisha Nakshatra, all I have to ask is, please tell me about your father. What is the problem with the father? Sun and Satbhisha Nakshatra, not stable. The life of father will go up and down, up and down, up and down, and then father will say, I'm fed up. And this is why the father is always troublesome. Parag, all you need to do is control how you speak. Okay, you're confused between corporate job as data analyst, machine learning, or go for government job. Parag, don't go for government job, you will be fed up because you see, you require a lot of money in life. Government job is extremely stable. Your name does not. And see, Aries Lagna, you have Ketu in 10th house. Again, combination as well in does not in chart. Do not go for the government job. Mahendra, three planets in 12th house. So 12th house is retirement, foreign land, isolation. And I'm telling you, if you have these three planets in a good dignity, good powerful position, like imagine this, a planet is sitting in a house and it's extremely powerful, then you will enjoy it. You will enjoy that retirement life. You will enjoy that isolation. It's in a debilitated state. It's an extremely bad, no kind of support you're getting. You might land, I mean, the worst case scenario with Rahu Ketu, you might land up in jail. Or you might end up in confinement. You might end up in a job where you will say, I'm stuck here. I can't enjoy. So depends on, and no house is bad as long as that planet sitting there is powerful. Combinations for peaceful death. It's a very important question. I also thought about it the other day. Combinations for peaceful death. See, whenever there are benefics, when I say benefics, it means good planets like Jupiter, Venus, Mercury. Even they are functional malefic. You will see the people die very peacefully whenever there are malefics like Mars, Rahu. Uh, other day I thought, I always tell this, special planets will have special events in life. Look at the chart of Michelangelo. Mars debilitated 8th house. Now, something special has happened. Michelangelo, when he died, everyone thought, if we declare that he has died. So he was in a particular city. I think it was Italy or Rome. And they decided if we will tell people that he has died here, there will be a lot of trouble. So what they did, they shipped his body overnight to a different city and buried him over there. Special event. Very quietly, Mars debilitated, very quietly, due to the fear that the bloodshed might happen. See the chart of Srimati Indira Gandhi. She died. Again, Mars aspecting 8th house from the sign of Leo. Bloodshed happened. Rajiv Gandhi, bloodshed happened. People who die and then the violence happens, then you see there are malefic planets sitting in 8th house. Whenever there is a Saturn, there's a person is going to die very slowly, slow death. Whenever the sun is sitting there, now sun is a king. The person has to die in a moving vehicle or while doing work because sun is never able to stop. The person will be working and he will die on work. This is what this sun 8th house will happen. You have exalted Mercury in D10, but in which house, Akhil Tiwari? If you tell me the house. See, Radha, you have a very interesting question. Radha said, whenever we like someone and send marriage proposals, either that person is engaged or in a relationship, happen 5-6 times. See, that the answer lies in your name. Your name is Radha. I will say, please change your name to add some Mars to it, like Radhika, or some more prefixes to it. Or if possible, at least your home name should be changed. Or at least the ID name should be changed. This will give effect. And also, please offer dresses in a Krishna temple. You will get a good dress and perfume in the Sri Krishna temple. You will get good relationship back. Okay. Ashish, whenever we'll speak out marriage, I need require Navan's chart. Rashi chart does not have much of the say. Ketu Moon 6th house, Guru Rahu, Sun Rahu 12th house. Okay, why you think the health issues is from Ketu 6th? Ketu 6th should be good, right? Ketu is a good enzyme master in 6th house. So what when I always tell people is, do not assume that this particular planet is about to give you troubles. It might not be Ketu 6th house. It might be some other planet which might be troubling you. So this Ketu Moon 6th house which you're saying, what I will suggest is, if you progress daily is your name, I will suggest it's a problem of sun getting afflicted because of the energy, and there will be a moon in a bad state. Okay, you have a Ketu moon in 6th. Okay, moon in a bad state. Both luminaries are afflicted. Also, your Lagan Lord might be afflicted. That's why this issue is there. What I will suggest is, please do the remedies of Sun Rahu first. And the remedies of Sun Rahu I've given before as well. It was wearing Sri Yantra and offering food to birds. This will give you some relief. Also, what you should do is, that start chanting Aditya Hridaya Sutram every morning. This will help you find the right doctor. Ketu Mahadasha. I'm just reading the questions you guys are sending and looking for anything very exciting. Should we use Vimshottari even if conditional dashas are present? Yes. Because, see, special condition dashas. Understand this. Why there is a special dasha? So, there are special charts, right? There is a D9, D10. But some charts are special. Some charts you see there is a certain combination, and we could use a bit different kind of a dasha. But it does not mean that Vimshottari Dasha is not applicable to certain charts. You only use special dashas only in few charts, not in everyone. Even when you use it for special events. Why you need to see these special events in these charts? Yeah, where Rahu Ketu, Mercury, Vargottam, an exalted sign. Mercury is exalted in D9 in fourth house. What is the question, Abhijit ji? See, when your name is Abhijit now, the problem with this kind of a name is Abhijit, or you say, when I say name, not problem, it's like the energy of this name is you do not have control over what to say, when to say, and you get overly friendly or overly devoted to someone very easily, and this is what causes a problem. So what you should do is you should offer water to Tulsi every day. You should practice Maun on Shuk on Budwar, and also go to Devi temple on every Ashtami. Like today's Ashtami, go to Devi temple from next Ashtami onwards. Take one coconut, offer it to Devi. This will help you in your business and also all that like with your relationships as well. Because Mercury Rahu people, they have a lot of troubles related to the problem related to the relationships. Like I just gave you the remedy of Mercury. And also one of the best of the best remedies is please chant Vishnu Sahasranam. Okay, progress daily you have a Mars and Lagna Aries ascendant. Okay, wonderful. Sneha, because you have a Sneha Prohita health issues, Sneha, you have a trouble related to moon in your chart. Please fix the moon. Please drink lot of water, worship Lord Krishna. Your problem will be sorted. Very interesting name, Manit Verma. Gemini ascendant, sixth house, retro Saturn. Okay, you have not given me questions, Manit. But Manit, the trouble in life will be related to profession. Always studying, not able to decide where to go at the end, and this will of non-settlement. This issue of non-settlement will always be there. What I will suggest in your chart now, Jupiter is highly afflicted. Listen to your father sometimes. Also, what you can always do is listen to some of the gurus or Jupiter. Do not question them much. And also, Manit, what you can do is, see, Sun in your chart is extremely strong, which makes you a very strong, hot-headed person, which makes you confident that what I'm doing is always right and everyone else is wrong. This is what the major trouble is. Okay, if you Dharmesh, if you do not have a job, because I think your name Dharmesh Patel, Dharmesh bhai, your name has a combination of a very prominent Jupiter Saturn. What you should do is please give some food or distribute black chana and go to auto drivers or the laborers. Do it for 2 or 3 Tuesdays. I'm telling you, do it for 3 or 4 Tuesdays only. You will get the jobs. At least someone in your family will get the job. You're saying if no one in family has a job. And also, please go to temple every day and offer oh, Jalan Shivlingam. These two things, Dharmesh bhai. Career guidance, Aquarius ascendant, Jupiter can expect job change. Wait, yes, you can expect a job change, but it will happen only after March 2025. Okay, so please ask me questions, not the personal ones now. Please ask me something very which everyone can learn. So what we'll do is we'll finish our live session here. Almost we're done. If anyone has any fundamental question, please ask. Because what we'll do is we'll do this fundamental question session, and also you can what you can do is you can next time we'll take questions beforehand, so we can discuss them one by one. Okay, Manpreet, you were asking about why you're not married, still 37. Please look at your Navansh again. If there's a Saturn, Mercury, or Ketu, either of the scenes, one of these signs are rising, or one of them are sitting over there, marriage actually gets delayed or denied. If there's support of Mars, Venus, or Jupiter, then after 40 we'll get married. But do not look at Rashi chart. Look at the Navansh. Navansh has a more major say over what happens. And Nitika Sarang, need marriages and related remedies, is not able to get expected partner. Nikita, your trouble is Mars. What you're expecting is, see, what your name energy, Nikita. What you're expecting, Nikita, is you're expecting an ideal partner who is always tip top because you have a Jupiter Mars combination. Depending on, I'm telling you this from your name, Nikita. And due to this, the marriage is delayed. What I will suggest is please offer yellow laddus on Tuesday in Hanuman temple. Do it for 7 Tuesdays. You will get someone if there is a combination in your chart, as long as it is not denied or delayed. Okay, Shani, it's a very interesting question. Shani Ucha in Libra, and Saturn exalted in Libra, but in 6th or 12th house. How does the Dasha will go? So imagine again, as I said, what the 6th house represents. 6th house represents Rod, Rina, and Shatru. It also represents working hard. It also represents your daily routine. It also represents your day-to-day activities, how you manage your time. So people with a bad 6th house, they are not able to manage their time efficiently. Now Saturn is sitting there. Saturn, the prime master of managing things. When Saturn is exalted in 6th house, you will be able to manage your time well. You will go and sit in the office in your time. You will be extremely happy while doing it. But again, Saturn being Saturn will make it dull, boring. very calm, but you will be extremely happy that, I'm in routine. Same in 12th house, Saturn 12th house, right? You see, Saturn is going in Pisces. Most of us means the whole world will go in a retirement mode. Not many people will say that we need to work, because even Saturn is on rest. Saturn is in Pisces. When Saturn is in rest, the whole world will go on rest. So whenever Saturn Pisces is there and it is exalted, like you are asking, the person takes voluntary retirements. The person says, okay, I'm really happy. I've done a lot. But now, you know what? I want easy job. I don't want hard work jobs. So this is what the Saturn Libra exalted 6th and 12th house does. Ananita, what if boss intentionally give unnecessary stress and mistaking with the team members? Okay, so then what you do is you do the remedy of Mars, or you do the remedy of Rahu if you want immediate results. So the easiest way I always tell people, please offer some bhang or dhatura to Shivling continuously. You will see results. The fights will happen. I expect fights, but it will solve problems for the long term. Nihal Singh. Nihal, go in marketing. You're very young. I can see you're 99 born. Please go in marketing. Jobless in Jupiter Dasha, wrongly cancel my consultation. Okay, I don't handle consultations. So sudden combustion, any advice? Uh, Please wear Surya Yantra. So this is what we have done till today, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow. No, next week. Next week we are going to do live again, and thank you for coming online, everyone. Bye bye. I'm thinking how to actually cancel this Zoom live. If I close it,